Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beauty School Bobbi podcast. This episode was a whirlwind, not only because my guest was such a powerhouse, but I gave myself like 15 minutes to rush from an appointment at the school, meeting with a student, and getting to this point where we could record. So I feel like I am like all over the place. But as soon as I got on the call with Jay, we just hopped right into our amazing energy together. He is somebody that truly I love getting to see at America's Beauty Show. He's somebody that Mark and I both like look forward to hugging, that we are just, as soon as we see each other, it's huge reunion. Nobody makes you feel better than Jay Ladner. He is just everybody's cheerleader and you can't be sad around him. He's truly just a force in our industry. And so getting time to chat with him today was not only so refreshing, but definitely re-energized me. We talk about everything from burnout to how to compartmentalize what we're doing. How do we do so many things? How do we, for him, it's being a mentor in the industry, being an educator in the industry, traveling to shows, being a chief brand ambassador as well. I can't even talk today. Like truly, I am like off my rocker. It's Friday. We scheduled this one in as an extra, but again, Jay just makes me feel so comfortable, so happy to get to be able to do what I do. And it's because of people like him. So we got to talk about what he's going to be doing at America's Beauty Show this year. So he prepped and like really is so ready for these classes. When you register for ABS, I mentioned this in the episode, but when you register for ABS, you can actually choose to add on his classes. I know that when we recorded, he said there's only 24 spots left. So I hope that you are able to get a spot in that room. He's incredible, like really changing the game on timing, on just efficiency. And I love people that see a problem or see an issue and they come up with their own way to fix it. And that's exactly what he has done. He's not gatekeeping any of this. He even mentioned that there's free resources on his website. So we're going to put those links down below. So I hope that you love this episode as much as I did. Like I said, we just finished recording and I am hyped. I'm just ready not only for the rest of my day, but for America's Beauty Show. And again, it's just people like him that make this industry so wonderful. And I know that if you don't know Jay Ladner, after you're listening to this episode, you're going to be absolutely in love. So I hope that you enjoy it. I hope you love it. At the end, make sure that you are doing all the things that we ask you to do. So comment, rate, review, subscribe, do everything. I'm so thankful for you guys listening today. I hope that this is all amping you up for America's Beauty Show this year and just amping you up in your career. That's one of the things that Jay and I talked about too in this episode, is really just how to keep that energy and keep that excitement. He mentioned some things that he's excited about that are happening in the industry. And I know that it's something that you can look forward to as well. So enjoy this special, super energetic episode of Beauty School Bobbi. If you're a beauty school owner or educator listening right now, I want to share something we actually use inside of our school, Beautista. Placement tracking has become one of the hardest parts of running a school. Between spreadsheets, emails, binders, and chasing down employment updates, it can get overwhelming fast. And on top of that, marketing your school and showing real student outcome matters more than ever. That's why we implemented Beautista. Beautista is a portfolio-first career platform built specifically for the beauty industry. Instead of graduating with just a resume, our students build professional digital portfolios that salons can discover and hire from. Beautista supports over 130,000 plus beauty professionals and partners with schools across the country. At the same time, it helps us modernize placement tracking and keep career outcomes organized and in one place. It's not just a hiring tool, it's a marketing tool. When prospective students can see real portfolios, real engagement, and real career momentum, that changes the enrollment conversation. And beyond placement, Beautista hosts over 1,200 live free classes and mentorship experiences just this year with top educators and brands, so students keep growing. building confidence, and staying connected long after graduation. If you want to modernize placement, elevate your student marketing, and give your graduates a real competitive edge, head to Beautista.com and check it out today. Behind the chair, but ready for more? If you're serious about turning your talent into a real business, From Chair to Boss is for you. It's education and community built for beauty pros in their first 0 to 5 years and for students. It's the perfect exit course to help you graduate with a plan. Pricing, financing, branding, marketing, and the business tactics that make entrepreneurship feel possible. This isn't theory. It's built from Mariah Villarreal's real journey. She's a hairstylist turned CEO, founder of Pink Pewter and From Chair to Boss, and she's helped empower thousands of beauty pros to think like owners and build careers that last. You can take the full program or choose individual courses like financial readiness, branding and marketing, business tactics, and clientele building. And you'll also get the best part, the community, a place to connect, ask questions, get support, and grow with other beauty pros who are building their future. And you're invited to a free Zoom on Monday, March 30th. Fear is Keeping You Broke with Mariah Villarreal. Get involved at education.mariahvillarreal.com. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beauty School Bobbi podcast. Today I am here with Jay Ladner. Jay, thank you so much for being with us here today. I know you are like the hardest working person in the beauty industry right now. You're so busy. So thank you so much for making time for us.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want it to be anywhere else right now, but with you, Bobbi. So let's go.
I'm so excited. And so we are going to be at America's Beauty Show so soon. We were just talking about all of the classes that you're going to be teaching. So tell us what you are going to be doing at ABS this year. What can we get ready for?
Well, first of all, I just have to give a big shout out to America's Beauty Show. And I'm just like forever grateful that we even get to do this, right? Like that we're creating abundance within education for House of Ladner. I'm like was talking to my team and I'm like, guys, this is years. Like I'm telling you, years in the making of getting it wrong to getting it right, to adapting and evolving, to really putting ourselves in the hairstylist trench to figure out what is actually happening and what can we do to move the needle forward. So as we're jumping into like those classes and everything, that's the core mission and the foundation for myself and the team that I have showing up for all the amazing, beautiful, iconic slay queen and kings in this industry. But I'll just like tap in a little bit here. We all know it's going to be efficiency based because as technicians, we have to move with intention and we have to move with curiosity and follow through. So how can we navigate the client experience with time on our mind because it's the only currency we don't get back?
Yes, absolutely. And I love that you mentioned that you're putting so much time and prep into this. I think that sometimes people don't always think about what it takes to put these classes together. And like you said, this is years worth of being like, oh, this went well, this didn't go well, really like fine tuning what the classes are going to be. And the fact that when you get your ticket to ABS, like it comes with all of these classes is so amazing. I think there are some add-ons with you as well that people can get also, but just getting that time with you. I think people don't always realize how much access they're really going to have to the people that they're watching on social media, or maybe saying like there's somebody that maybe has said, I want to see Jay, I really want to go here or there. You get it all at America's Beauty Show. So they can hop from your class into another class. I know we're all bopping in and out of classrooms too to see what's going on. So I really love that it's so accessible. Now you mentioned time and efficiency. I know this is something that you really focus on in the beauty industry. I feel like you talk about it more than most to understand that like, we got to get quick. How can we be doing this better? How can we still create like an amazing look and still be able to get extra clients in, right? Like that's how we're making money. So how did that become your topic, like your thing that you wanted to focus on?
So I love this question because it was from trial and error, and I was a salon owner at the time. So in 2017, this is where I really started zooming in on efficiency and what that actually meant for an artist behind the chair. So I had a team, we were maxing out our columns behind the chair in our books, and they wanted more money. And at the time, because I was in the Midwest, it was in Dayton, Ohio, we were already outpriced our market. So our services at the time before my team was like, we want more money, we want more opportunity. And I was like, well, our books are full. So as a leader and educator and mentor, I was like, we have to get our hands and our mind to connect to the heartbeat of that connection. So that being, we have to start using better innovation, better tools, wider sections. How do we navigate through to the round of the head with a global mindset in our placement? Because when we're working to the round, we're working more linear. We run out of space faster. And we're now playing with over direction. So if you think about a hair cutter, they look past this section that they're in. They see it more visually as a whole. So as a colorist educator, I'm teaching people to look and zoom out like a hair cutter. How can we navigate that system? So I got really curious. And what I saw from better placement and patterns, also better conversations, scaling back our service menu from a Cheesecake Factory menu with all of these technique driven placements that our clients had to go figure out on their own. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a conversation about we don't like our clients ever dictating our decisions, but we give them a service menu that matches that. Right. So I scaled back that. We had a really short, concise service menu based on the vibe. And then we have placement and patterns that our team was trained upon to allow us to take a 6-hour reservation and make it 3. And
Wow.
what that does is allows the stylist and the team to not work outside those same working hours, that we're able to fit in 1 to 2 more clients in a day in the same working hours. We have more clarity, we have more confidence. And over time, right, since 2017, we've built this system and it's called the Essentials. And we will be announcing our Essentials 2.0 at ABS through our 3 structure classes. So our 3 structure classes will really dive deep, but it was because I was an owner and we scaled, we maximized our columns, and we had to become more clear in our precision. So it now has expanded globally. There are salon teams and independent solo entrepreneurs that are watching their profit rise while their freedom is being celebrated. So it's like the same working hours. I don't want you to overwork. I want you to scale back days, and through efficiency and owning your credibility, I'm just the navigator. Like I'm your coach to show you that you can have an easier life behind the chair. And there are thousands of other stylists who are living that truth right now through just owning their credibility and making the decision.
Yes. And I
Period.
think for you to be able to share it and not to be like, oh, I figured this out, and I'm just going to keep it to myself. Like you travel, you do
Yeah.
classes, like you're so busy to share this thing that you've learned, what works for you, and
Yeah.
how can we be better? And I think, for us being in like a beauty school world, like though we always tell the students like you will learn the shortcuts, the faster ways, like once you get those core things down. And I think that there's so many salon owners and stylists that are going to succeed because you're sharing this information, because this is what we got to get faster. We got to get going.
Yes.
And honestly, like from a client's perspective, like we want that too. We got things to do. We got to get in and out. So I think that you just sharing this like really changed a lot. I remember the first year at America's Beauty Show, when we had just started, like we went there and showed up like just to see what it was all about,
Yeah.
got press passes, like just to be there. And I remember the line outside of your classroom was insane. Like everyone, I was like, where is everybody? And then we went there, found your classroom, and that's where everybody was. Like everyone was so excited and still is for all of your classes. Like that didn't go away. That didn't change. It has stayed consistent that like when you're teaching, like that's the classroom to be in. And it's because you have a new idea. And yeah, could salon owners like spend all this time? Like, no, you figured it out. So here, like learn it, do it, implement it. Like you've made it so easy to implement into salons that it really is something special. I mean, it changes the careers of stylists. And like you said, like, I mean, that's really the heart behind what you're doing. And I know that that's really why you do all of this, but to have something to bring to the table that says like, oh, we should just try, why not do it this way? You know, like why not try this? Like it's so great. And I love to see that it has continued through all of these years and that you still have so much more, so much new to bring. Like, it's not like you're like, oh, I figured this out. Now we're done. It's no, we're leveling up. We're going 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Like that's what you're doing. And I think it's just so special that you share that with the industry, because again, like gatekeepers and stuff like that's sometimes is the norm. And I think it's really great that you've created this model that's able to be implemented. So when you have new stylists, like, so if there is a younger stylist maybe coming to the show in the classes, what do they need to be ready for?
They need to be ready. Listen, I already believe them. I already believe them that they're a professional. That's number one. Walk in. You've been foiling since hair school. You are now behind the chair. You are about to start. You are in the right room because you've already maxed out your baby lights and you're moving on. Okay. That built your credibility. Now I'm going to show you how to make a decision that is so impactful that will make your life so clear. And if you start now opening up that curiosity to allow yourself to go the distance with me and my team, you will be fast tracking to profit and freedom. One thing I like to bring up, and this is something that is so powerful, is that when you say curious, I have 2 kids. They're now in college. Me being a hairstylist put them through college. There is a way to have a profitable business in this industry while serving our clients and giving back and loving on them and making people feel seen and heard. That is the power of the hairdresser. But we cannot look away from the profitability that can change the projection of your life forever. And there's not a better industry where you can serve and profit at the same time, right? When you always have the heartbeat of the hairdresser. So I am always zoomed in to the next generation. Y'all rev me up and y'all are not alone. And I'm curious too about what revs you up and what makes you tick and tell me, like we're also it's a two-way street in any room I'm ever in. So I'm always in my curiosity, and I just want to give permission to our new babies that like, we believe you and we want to know what revs you up. And through our credibility and your growing credibility, we're going to make the industry even better.
Yes. And I do just want to say one thing. I remember when you told me that you had 2 kids, I almost like fell over on the ground. I was like, you're 12.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I died. I think I died, like out of body experience. I was like, what? Like, and that's insane to me. Still, I don't believe it. Like, I don't understand. Like, you look 12 years old. It's wild.
Yeah, it is wild. And now that they're older, just to put this in, now that they're like grown, they're 21 and 19 now. And like, now I can share that. Because they were off limits. They were like, don't put, that's great for you. We love you. We love that for you. But like, we don't want to be on your social. Like,
do they know how cool you are? I was going to say, do they know now?
So now that they're like, our son would give me the most crap, like when it was in high school, like, okay. And his friends would like gag if I went to like PTA or like, like the, when I had to go to the school for meetings with his teachers.
PTA?
His girls
like,
are
I can't.
I'm a cool mom. I'm like the other moms. You know what I mean? Like, so, but he would be like, ugh, whatever. But now he's like, oh, right. Cause he's in college and he's getting his degree in economics. So he's like looking at financials and like all this stuff. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. My daughter always knew. Okay. And she was proud of that. She was like, my hair, right? Like, but our son, it's different, right? Across that. But yeah,
Yes.
I love them so
That's
much.
so awesome. I'm like, do I need to have a talk with them and tell them who you are? Like, do I need to let them know who you are?
I think you
No.
should, because they'll always listen to you, not me, right?
Well, I love that. And I think it's so great. Again, even just juggling family, we know
Yeah.
how important time is. Like, it is just one of those things that I think things were just done. I think that you, I'm sure, had the same experience. Like, well, this is just how we do it. This is how it's already been done. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't think it has to be like this. I think that we can do things
Yeah.
differently. And you constantly monitoring that and listening to the people in your classes, I know that has helped you get better to say like, okay, we're going to fine tune this again and again and again. It's not like, oh, we figured it out and that's all. There's just always so much more that we can do to change. And again, another amazing thing about the industry. So if somebody has seen your class, like there's gonna be something new there. It's not
Yeah.
like we just see you once and that's it. Like come back for the classes. Like, and that's why there's lines and that's why everyone's always so excited to see you there and the energy. So tell me about House of Ladner. Tell me about what you're doing, who is on your team, what your team brings to the table. I'm sure that everybody kind of brings a little special spice to the table. So tell me about House of Ladner.
House of Ladner, we rev it up, okay? Because we are hairstylists behind the chair. Even me, I see clients 3 times a week now. I've expanded my books because there's a sense of urgency for me as a mentor in this industry of the obligation I get to do. Like
Yeah.
it was placed upon me and I honor it that I'm behind the chair having new clients. In the last 4 days, I've already had 6 new clients. I'm seeing what they need. And so is House of Ladner. Like we are active behind the chair. We understand what it means to be in the trench and we are like troubleshooting as we go. So we're evolving placements live to say, up that decision, like we have to clear it up, for contrast, like we have a new edit. Everyone, boop, boop, right? If you've seen it before, it's different. Everything is different because we're actively trying things out on our clients and getting amazing results through all of it. But we're always adapting and evolving. And I love it. So here's the thing about House of Ladner. Are you ready? They're
I'm
the next
scared.
generation of educator. They're the
Yes.
next generation of educator. So you may not know them,
I
but you are
love
going to
that.
fall in love with them because they understand what it means to put everything on the line, just like all of us behind the chair. And they're up and coming. They have a phenomenal voice. And it's my obligation as well to bring up the next generation because of the mentorship lineage I come from. It was placed upon me to do so. So it's like, I rather do it with iconic individuals. So I'm still confirming who's all going to be there, but who is going, y'all will absolutely fall in love with. And they're from all over the US. So they see different clients through different areas. And some of them have expertise in different avenues than what I do. So they are bringing more clarity and more awareness around what clients we see every single day. So we're like, it's the next generation. So brace for impact, everyone. If you know me, you know that they're going to turn it up. Okay.
I
Okay.
love that. Your classes are always like just so hype. Like it's
Oh, it's my
crazy
comedy set.
fun.
It's my comedy set. I'm like, guys, we're all hilarious. I'm going to show you how to be hilarious with your clients, but still be professional.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
that. Yes. Now, I have a question for you. When you have people, because again, you do classes all the time. This is something that you're doing a lot, which is great. You're like really reaching so many people. Do you ever have the people in your class that are like, I'm just going to do it my way? I think like, do you ever have people come up to you after like that are like, I have been in the industry a long time, don't really want to make the change. We're really kind of just seeing what all the fuss is about. Does that ever happen?
It
Yeah.
does. But this is actually what happens, right? Because I've had so like in 2009, 2010, I got to be in rooms as an assistant with like some of the most iconic names in the industry. And I got to like witness how they were able to say words and connect their like thought, their hands of like the artistry and their throughput of how to connect a message. And I feel so honored that I ever got to be in that room taking out the trash with passion and purpose. But I was listening, right? I had awareness of like, oh, that's amazing. I love how they're not forgetting the heartbeat of the hairdresser in their message. So, for instance, I was just in the Midwest and the whole room, Bobby, listen, the whole room but two were over 20 years in the business. And
Wow.
I go, let's go. Right. So before I started, I said, first of all, I mean this with all of my heart and soul. Thank you for staying in this industry for so long so I can be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for troubleshooting. Thank you. So, but what I'm going to do with you is that I know because we are more alike than we are different, that
Mhm.
we get accustomed to the things that we love and we just are on autopilot. So today, I just want to ask you permission to allow me to challenge you, to allow me to have you look at it in a different way. And you're only allowed 12 foils.
Did they die?
So,
Like,
and
were
they're
they like,
like,
I can't do this? There's no
yeah,
way.
they literally go, there's no way. And I go, great thing about this is that I don't just do look and learns. We get active.
Yeah.
This is a hands-on class, which I'm doing at ABS. So it's like there's a sense of urgency. Now, in a look and learn, I don't expect anyone. I don't expect you. I don't expect me. I don't expect a single person to allow that to be their deciding factor if it could change your life or not. A look and learn, we are doers. Our
Mhm.
hands are active 24/7. So without
Mhm.
the hands on, that's why it was a non-negotiable for ABS this year that we set the foundation in the first two classes and then we dismount with a 3-hour hands-on. But also I have my bestie Nina Tulio coming
Yeah.
in to talk about service menu, price per minute. Like how do we now take the technician side and fast line, streamline it into our business, right?
Mhm.
So that's why it's so crucial because I don't expect anyone to believe me in a look and learn, but you
Mhm.
will believe me in a hands on
That's
because seeing
so
is believing.
true.
So seeing is
Yes.
believing. So yes, I do get pushback, but the moment they're hands on, that's where we clock the limiting belief. Because listen, as hairstylists, we choose it or it chooses us because we understand what it means not to be served, not to be
Mhm.
seen, not to be heard. We walk every day through our business, even if we don't think we're paying attention to it. It is leading us or it is dragging us into the salon,
Mhm.
right? So that awareness, that breaking down the limiting beliefs that you can have an easier life, you can build profit, you're allowed to make a decision, that your credibility in life and career walk in the door every single day. And I've been set on this earth, Bobby, to allow people to see their bigger future self, to
Yeah.
literally expose the limiting beliefs that were placed upon us. And guess what? It was all a lie. It was someone
Mhm.
else's proximity. We just happened to be in the line of fire of it, but it showed us what we don't want. So,
Mhm.
yes, it's funny. Yes, it's hair. Yes, it's a vibe. We're going to twerk our way through these bold weaves, but also it is a heart led experience with me because I know what it feels like to be left behind. I know what it feels like to have to fight your way to have a strong foundation of protection. And
Yeah.
at all costs, that's why I'm everywhere. That's why I'm out. That's why I'm building a team that like understand that, because there's a sense of urgency for us to stand in our truth, whatever that may be.
Yeah. And I love that you're bringing that experience into it. And I'm so happy
Yeah.
that you mentioned Nina because you two are such a fabulous duo.
Thank you.
Like, I know that if people have seen your stuff, they've seen Nina. We got to record with Nina recently, and she is just the two of you together. And to know that, like, they're going to get the business conversation and what you do, like those technical skills and all of the things that you bring to the table together is really insane. Not only is it going to be so fun, but there's those two pieces together that somebody can really leave with a whole different view, whole different life. And I love that you both come at this from experience. Like, let me
Yeah.
tell you where I messed up, and then I'm going to show you what I did to fix it and how we're going to get better, because sometimes people go to these classes and they're like, well, he doesn't really, he doesn't really know. He hasn't been there. You're like, no, I've been there. I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm going to tell you how I got out of it, because you're going to get out of it too. Like, that
Yeah.
full circle is so important. And I think just what makes you so genuine and so relatable. I mean, again, like, just the happiest. We are so excited to see you every year because of that. Like, it just literally beams out of you. And I just think it's so wonderful that you can share that. And like I said, that you can share it to so many people. Like, at this point, the number of people in your classes, I don't even know if you're able to total it, but at this point, it's insane, Jay. Like, how many people have seen you, been in a room with you? Like, it's wild. Like, think about the beauty industry as a whole, how many
Yeah.
professionals you've been in front of. Like, that is wild. And I love that you just don't take it for granted. You're
No.
excited about it still. You're so excited and just so ready for it. Like, the energy that you have is just really crazy. And I'm sure people tell you that all the time, but it's
Thank
wild.
you. Thank you. And I don't take it for granted because it's so, it is such a delicate thing
Mhm.
that when you're stepping into a coaching mentor relationship, like that is someone's livelihood.
Mhm.
So whenever I do make a statement, it's because I've experienced it and I found a solution. If I have
Mhm.
not found a solution yet, Bobby, I will not bring it up. And
Mhm.
because it's not the lane that I want to go down through being a Liza
Mhm.
Minnelli, aka a liar. So it's like everything I've seen is because I've lived it or I felt it or it happened to me and I happen to find a better solution out of it. And to like really expose, right? Like what is possible, that it's
Mhm.
never too late to adapt and evolve. If you're a day old with your license or you've been doing it for 50 plus years, like we all are walking in with credibility and we all meet each other where we're at. And I try my best. I try my best to be available for all those avenues, right? Or
Yeah.
wherever you're at in your life, to be open to it, to listen, to just be aware, right? And it's a choice. So it is a choice to choose happy, to choose like optimism, to
Mhm.
be practical in our decisions, but we're gonna have fun and we're gonna rev
Yeah.
it up.
You're
And
definitely going to have fun. That's guaranteed. We know that's going to happen for sure. We need to try to connect like after the class and
oh, we
get some
will.
people that have been in there to just see the smiles on their faces when they're coming out, because everyone is, it's just big energy. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Hey, beauty students and educators. I'm excited to share that Beauty School Bobby is now supported by BeautyCast Network, your go-to career services and placement platform for the beauty industry. Free to schools, educators, and students, BeautyCast Network connects you with top artists, influencers, and educators who inspire and empower the next generation of pros. From webinars and newsletters to virtual career showcases, competitions, and scholarship pop-ups,
The platform is packed with tools to build non-technical skills, encourage career readiness, and help students launch amazing careers as they approach their graduation date. Learn more at beautycastnetwork.com to help your students thrive and take their career to the next level. Now back to the episode.
Jay, what are you looking forward to right now in the beauty industry, like 2026, even if we want to talk about 27, trends, just different changes? Like what's exciting you beyond what you're doing? What's exciting you about the industry right now?
Innovation. Innovation is coming in hot more than
Mhm.
ever. And as the chief brand ambassador of Oligo Professional, the best. I know I'm biased, but whatever. We just launched Black Light Blonde Science. It is infusing, skincare plus superfoods within our new hair care category. It's the formulas are just out of this world. Innovation in other avenues within the industry and the business through tools, through color, through hair care, through I mean, it's like what a time to be alive. Like in this industry where we're breaking standards, we're breaking these like rules that we thought we only were able to manipulate or transform the fabric of hair. Like we're now like going into this like science-y world, and I love that we're here. Like it
Yeah.
just makes me so excited, and I love like the science side of the chemistry of hair, and like
Mhm.
how can we make our clients lives better, because like I know I'm bald, but I love giving my girlies and boys, right, the hair of their life, because it is
Mhm.
the crown that we wear every single day. And it's just invigorating.
There
I'm
is so
pretty
much
excited.
changing too. Like, and you can feel that. Like, you can feel it at the shows. You can feel it with what we're seeing, online being connected like more than ever. It really is a time where we're like, the science of it feels different. We're trying new things. Like, there's even just so many more products, many more opportunities, like just different things to play with right now. Like, that's really how it feels. Is it's like
Yeah.
it's never ending. Like you said, like what a time to be in the industry. What a time to be like, getting to play with all this new stuff and getting to try it out. Like when I hear people say that like you can't retire in the industry and I hear about all these people leaving, I'm like, how? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I feel like it's more exciting than ever right now, with all of the new things. And like you said, just different things that like nobody even thought of. You just said superfoods. Like what? Like I just
Mhm.
feel like it's just a really exciting time, like even more encouragement to like get around other stylists, get around other beauty professionals, talk to the people that are estheticians, talk to the nails,
Yes.
talk to barbers. Like that's what's so great about the show too, is like you're not just, in a class of 25 people that you work with every day. No, like this is so outside of that. So that's the exciting part about it too, is like there's just so many different people, all walks of life in that room with you. And I know for some reason you have that magic gift to just chameleon in and out of every group and to connect with anybody. So I think that's a fun part of it too, is you really get to hit all bases.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I cannot
I
wait.
know.
And it's coming in so high. Also, everyone listening, if you really want to go the distance in your business in 2026 and beyond, there is only 24 spots left in my hands on. It's going
Oh
to be a
my
packed
gosh.
house. There's only
Okay.
24 spots
Yeah.
left. So come and
Wow.
get it. How about do you want it?
Yes. I
How about do you want
cannot
it? Come and
believe
get
that
it.
there's only 24 spots left, but I'm not surprised. Like that
Yeah.
is insane.
I was like, because I mean, it's a big room.
It's a big
There's going to
room.
be close to 65 people in the hands on. So,
Wow.
and I have the team of support, and you will get one
Yes.
on one with me. Okay. I'm a
Yes.
unicorn. I know how to boom, boom, right? Like,
I was gonna say, all of a sudden you're just there. Like
yeah, I'm
you're
like,
just there.
surprise. Don't you baby light in front of me. Yeah.
That's
We're
the
different
best.
decisions. I love it. I love it so
I,
much.
And you still being behind the chair. I mean, your work is incredible. If only we
Thank
had
you.
you on this podcast to just talk about how beautiful your work is. Like we could talk for an hour about that as well. Like the fact that you hit all these different areas is great. At this point in your life, what is the percentage of doing your mentorship, coaching, classes? Like, are you 50-50? Are you just 100% in both? So you're just everywhere? Like, what does your life schedule look like right now?
It's very compartmentalized. And I get this question a lot, like how? Like how,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what I have learned through my life is when you're entering in one of your obligations, nothing else but that matters. Like nothing else. Like you can't have them intertwine. Like I'm a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a cheap brand ambassador, Volleyball professional. I'm a global I'm a global creative director for Christian Michael Hair Extensions. I have House of Ladner, right? Like everything has a time and a place, and it has my full attention when I'm in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I do it. So I'm about 3 days a week behind the chair. But it's like not 12 hours. I'm working about 6 hours behind the chair, seeing about 3 clients in those 6 hours. And these are full transformations. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a way.
Yes.
There is a way, I promise. And I share it all. But I think I compartmentalize it. So if I really look at it, it's a 50-50 between brands, including House of Ladner, and then me being a stylist now.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, it was about 80% me on the road, educating all of that, and only 20% being a stylist. But there's a sense of urgency. There's a shift happening in our clients' experience, and in our relationships and the culture of salons. So I had to get in. I let go of my solo suite, and I'm now part of a micro salon. And I am so excited. I'm like learning so much because the times are changing, and
Mm-hmm.
I need to have my finger on the pulse
Yeah.
of what is happening. So I have extended an extra day behind the chair, but I have a team behind me. I'm not
Yes.
doing this alone. So I'm
Y-
able to, tap into different things. But this is also good for everyone listening. If your reality is just behind the chair, which is so iconic and so slay, leave it at the salon.
Mhm.
Compartmentalize your relationships, like in your business. Like you cannot walk it. You won't have longevity if you allow it
Mhm.
to dictate your every move. These are the set hours. This is where I'm showing up as Jay. I'm showing up as a husband. I'm showing up as a dad. I'm
Mhm.
showing up in the industry. And these are my allotted times. And if I
Mhm.
don't get something done, we move it to the next day. No
Mhm. I
pressure.
think that's so awesome. And what you mentioned about being like, well, last year it was this, but this year it's that. I think that that's
Yeah.
so helpful because guess what? You can change. You can change your path and you can make adjustments. Like you can be like, I want to go out on the road. And sometimes I talk to Mark and I'm like, let's rent an RV for a year, just travel around, go to different
Yes.
salons, go see you, go see everyone. Right.
Yes.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I might get like 1 month into that and be like, this isn't for me. You can change. Like, it's not like so stuck. I feel like people are like, I'm leaving the salon and I'm going to go do this. And they're like, well, now that is till I die. And it's not the case.
No.
The way that every successful person I've talked to in the industry really understands this idea. And it's that you can adapt. Every year can look different. To me, that's so exciting. Like I want that. I want every year to look different. I want to be doing different things. I want to try different things and be like, oh, that worked and that was great for us, or it wasn't. And I love that you shared that because that's such an important piece that people really
Yeah.
just get like, well, I left, so now I'm in this forever. No, you're not. Like figure out where you're supposed to be at that year, that point in your career, that point in your life. It's just,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be so locked in. And I think, I don't know if this is just our industry or if it's everywhere, but I really feel like that's a big shift that I try to tell the students all the time. I was meeting with a high school today that came in to visit. And one of the things I told them is like, if you choose the wrong school, if you choose that, you
It's
can
okay.
move. It's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Like we can give you that permission to change. But I really feel like people are scared of that. I feel like people get, too committed to where they are or what decision they made, and it would make them feel whatever way if they changed it. And I'm just really thankful that people get to hear from you that that's okay, and that you do it, and your next year might look different. It might be 80% again, and 20,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
all shifts, like with opportunities and what's working for you in your life at that time. So I'm thankful that you shared that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's never too late to adapt and evolve,
Mm-hmm.
truly. And I think that is what life is all about. And it's
Mm-hmm.
giving ourselves permission to F it up along the way and figure
Mm-hmm.
out what works and what doesn't. And it's like allowing us grace,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
allow us grace. This world is steady trying to derail us. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to be kind to ourselves like we do and just give ourselves a hug. And when we look in the mirror, we actually see us. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
think there's a call to action for all of us to do that. Because when we see ourselves, we're able to see others. Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go cry real quick and then I'll be back today. Okay.
I know. I'm like, don't get me revved up. Right. Bobbi, I have a question.
Okay. What question do you have?
So I have a question because hopefully I'm not like stepping into your territory, but I have a podcast too. So I'm about to flip the script. And I know with your podcast that you love like being curious and tapping into your viewpoint. And I do have a question that has been sparking me along this whole conversation because in the beginning you brought up the next generation of stylists. And I know that you have your pulse on the heartbeat of these amazing, beautiful humans.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like? Guys, she does not know what's happening. Taking over. What do you feel like is the top 3 non-negotiables for the next generation?
Yeah. So this is where you like really are just ahead of what this generation is looking for. Cause obviously I think that this generation really wants and people like dog them for this like so much. And I'm like, I'm sorry that we suffered. Like we want to make it better for you, but flexibility and schedule. We want to be as efficient, successful, be able to make money, but we want to raise a family. We want to be there. Like I hate when people that have been in this industry for a long time or even out of this industry, but will say things like, well, I worked 80 hours a week or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, what do your kids think about that? Like what is their opinion of you not being around? We don't have to just be like, it's all the time or you can't be successful. So I think that is the first thing. Honestly, I think with this generation also, they want transparency from salons. When I talk to students that come back from interviews, they're like, yeah, they were really weird about not telling me like the associate program, how long it was going to be or whatever. They were really like, wouldn't give me an answer. They pick up on that. They're like, why won't you just tell me? So they want flexibility. They want transparency. And I think that even though they want education in the way that works for them. So they're looking for education in different ways for continuing education. Now, that doesn't mean that, I think a lot of the salons, at least in our area, are like, we planned all this in-person education and no one shows up for it or they don't want to come to it. Well, they are able to do it as quickly as, wherever they can get it. And they're just looking for more. They don't want to waste their time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to waste my time. Like, so they want the education that they need. So if they are like, hey, I'm struggling with my timing, they want a class with Jay Ladner. Like if they're like, I want, I think just more, I think that for a long time, people were just like spewing education. It's like, well, that wasn't for me. Or maybe they put somebody in there that wasn't ready to teach a class and they bring them into their salons or whatever. And I think that made it hard to get education in salons. But I think that those are really the 3 things. They want to be respected a little sooner. They want to know that they're in a place that like cares for them as people. So I don't think any of their asks are outrageous. I think that if everyone can be transparent, like from the beginning. Yes, you have to work hard. Yes, you have to put in your time. Like, we're not saying you don't, like you do, but making sure that it's makes sense, I think, is what they're looking for. They're like, well, is this class actually what I need, or do I need this class right now?
Yeah.
So I just think more honesty, and I think that there are people like you that are able to share that. So that's another reason, like America's Beauty Show, like find your place, like find your classes that you're looking for. That's why having a 3-day weekend with 400 plus classes, like there is something for everybody.
Yes.
There's something for everybody. So I just think we've got to support these shows. We have to keep the in-person, because what we know is it lights us up. It gives us our energy to carry out what we are doing just by having that time together. And so that's kind of what I think right now. And you're a really good podcast host.
Yeah.
You're so good.
Listen, I'm about to ask you some, Miss Bobbi. I love it. But I love that you brought that up, because they're like, I love this new generation. They rev me up, but my kids are them.
Yeah.
And they are so smart. They are so capable. They are different. They don't, and some of them want the white fence in the house, and others don't. Like, my daughter has a career, wants kids. My son, he's like, I want a career, but I want to travel. I want to see the world. Right. So they're different qualities that they want out of life. And they are watching what they don't want, just like us. We all made decisions because we didn't like what was shown to us. So it's like giving them permission to come in and say, you know what? I like that. Can you describe it for me? Because I can't obtain it, but I want to believe you. Can you just describe it better for me? Like how, like, what do you mean? Be descriptive. Like, right? Like, tell me the why, right? Because when we all lean into why, right? And then also, I want to tell everyone, this is for everyone, but this is especially for the my next generation of baddies coming into the industry, and you're listening to this podcast right now. Go to J, just the letter, don't try me with the AY. So just the letter, J Ladner, LADNER.com. And I have a membership portal that I just opened up for free, all about efficiency. And it's at jladner.com. So it's for everyone. But if you're that new school and you've already built your credibility doing all the baby lights and hair school, because you have to, because you need to build that credibility and that dexterity. Now you're ready to navigate the head shape with a lot more clarity. Come and get it for free.
That is so awesome. I'm so excited for all of that. I can't wait. We'll put the link for that in the episode description as well, so that it's easily accessible. But I just think if they're not following you, like, follow right now. You're always posting. I mean, your hair, like, it's really, really incredible. You're extremely talented. In addition to all these other things that you're doing, being a mentor, educating, being a brand ambassador, like all of that, like, it's a lot, but I think it's so inspiring. So I think whoever is listening can get a little something from Jay for sure. And I'm just so happy that I had this time with you today. I'm so thankful that we finally made this happen. We were finally able to connect.
No, and we've been trying our hardest, and we're finally here. And guess what? In due timing, everything happens when it's supposed to happen.
Exactly. And we will be together at ABS. So stay tuned for interviews there as well. Jay, we're doing a lot of fun contests and games this year with the attendees. So maybe we can squeeze in some time to grab you and get out there as well. Because I know that, especially with Nina too, like, woo, the earth will shake a little bit with all of us together. I'm excited.
We're ready and we're available.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Stay tuned. Like I said, follow along at Beauty School Bobbi to get all of the coverage from America's Beauty Show. Make sure if you're going to America's Beauty Show, or if maybe you thought, should I go? Get your tickets today. Make sure that you get your tickets. When you buy your tickets and register for ABS, you'll see Jay's classes so that you can add those as well. Only 24 spots left. So hopefully there's still spots by the time this episode comes out. But if not, you can catch Jay. So jayladner.com. And on Instagram, it's at Jay Ladner, right?
It's Mr. J. Ladner.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. And thanks for listening. And make sure you follow us. Give this podcast a 5-star review. Comment down below and tell us how much you loved us together, because I know this was a fun one to watch. And if you are going to ABS, make sure you catch us, catch Jay's classes. And we will see you next time, guys. Bye.